I think that knowledge is the forerunner to experience, and the more knowledge we have, the more prepared we are to apply that knowledge into an experience. And I think that when people understand what they're doing and why, then the how-to gets a lot easier. And in the 13-part series from the Gaia TV special called Rewired, I wanted to give people sound scientific information that allowed them to begin to realize that this whole concept of change and transformation is absolutely possible, and it has effects not only on our bodies, but on our lives as well. And we really can't truly create until we are in the sweet spot of the generous present moment. And I have labored for many years now in teaching people what that means. And it correlates with the concept of getting beyond ourselves. And what does that mean? Well, most people have the majority of their attention and energy either in the familiar past or the predictable future. Why? Because where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So people wake up in the morning and they think about their problems, and those problems are memories that are etched in their brain. And every one of those memories are connected to different people and different objects and things at different times and places. And the moment they start remembering their problems, they're thinking in the past. And every one of those problems has an emotion associated with it. So the moment they start feeling bad or feeling unhappy or feeling fear, if thoughts are the language of the brain and feelings are the language of the body, and how you think and how you feel creates your state of being, it makes sense then that most people's entire state of being when they start their day is in the familiar past. And the familiar past means they're in the known. And when we're living in that state of being in the familiar, we begin to crave the predictable future. So the predictable future and the familiar past tend to be more connected to knowns. So then people wake up and they run through a series of routine behaviors. If you keep doing that every single day of your life, and the first couple hours of your day are all unconscious programs, all unconscious behaviors, unconscious habits. And a habit is when your body does something so many times it knows how to do it better than your conscious mind, and the body becomes the mind. Then if a person is running through the same routine and their body's their mind, and then their body's on autopilot and they're dragging them into the predictable future based on what they did in the past. And in a sense, then we can lift their yesterday up and set it on their tomorrow. That's how predictable most people are in their life. And now they've lost their free will to those programs. And so there's only one place then where possibility exists. That unknown place is called the eternal present moment. In getting people to begin to practice overcoming their attention in the familiar past or their attention in the predictable future, and beginning to change how they manage their inner world of thoughts and feelings, gives them the opportunity then to begin to create from the present moment. And if where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and all of your attention is in the present moment, well, you have a lot of energy in the present moment to create with. And by the same means, the stronger the emotions that we feel from some problem or person in our life, the more we pay attention to that problem or person, and where you place your attention is where you place your energy, then most people are giving their power away, their vital life force, to everything external from them. And so then when people learn how to lower the volume to those emotional states, in time they begin to take their attention off that person and problem. And in a sense, they begin to draw energy back to them. And that energy then becomes that available energy to create a new future with. In a sense, they're taking their power back. So then, when a person truly gets beyond themselves, then the first thing that happens is they have to dissociate from their concept of thinking that they are their body, and get beyond the people in their life, the objects and things they own, the place they live, the place they work, the place they're sitting, and the predictable future and the familiar past. And when we become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, and no time, that is the moment we are pure consciousness. Now, that's when we dissociate, not only from everything known, but we disconnect and dissociate from this three-dimensional reality. Now, there is a whole nother reality called the quantum field that is made up of energy and information. Now they're entering that field of possibility, and to create from thought and energy, or thoughts and feelings, begins to not only change their body, but ultimately begin to create a new life. And so I want people to understand in finding the sweet spot of the generous present moment when they're there and when they're not. And so they can practice that over time and develop that as a habit.